Gudamali everyone. My name is Blake Isles and I'm a proud Iman and Darumble man. I have come here today to share some personal troubles, highlighting the absence of Indigenous culture within my child safety experience and as an overall. As a child, I was heavily involved with my Indigenous side, learning how to dance and even practicing the didgeridoo. However, between the years of 2017 and 2023, my brothers and I had lost all of our connection with culture due to being separated from family. I personally believe that after undergoing this disassociation from my heritage, it is necessary that we work towards maintaining our traditions in the future. Preserving Indigenous culture within child welfare is extremely important, and I hope by the end of this speech you are able to grasp how even the smallest problems can have a large impact for people and community. I hope that my research and personal experiences opens a new window for our Indigenous children in the future to allow for all to be connected with their culture. A study from The Guardian, a reliable news source, states that throughout the year of 2020 alone, just over 20,000 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children were living away from home. So just imagine how many of these children have also been living away from their culture. As you just heard, several Indigenous children, including children who aren't even involved with child safety, have been separated from their traditions, and it has been detrimental, even leading to some children's loss of identity. So why not make a change to stop this? I know we can't help everyone, but why not make a difference in the places that we can? In doing so, we could reduce the number of children in child protection agencies who have lost their connection to culture, and I know that if we work together, we can reduce the statistics step by step. I strongly believe that child protection agencies consistently overlook the special and unique dynamics of Indigenous households, perpetuating cultural disconnect. These can be small things such as the food we eat and the stories we tell, or these can be much larger things, like the culture that only our family and our elders can teach us, or our connection to the people and the land that only being involved in our Indigenous communities can give. It is often that these factors aren't considered by many, yet it is constantly brought up and nothing has been changed, continuing the loss of identity for several children. I believe everyone in the room would agree that recognizing and respecting Indigenous cultural diversity within child protection agencies is very significant. So why haven't we made a change? It is extremely important to identify this diversity as it is a major factor of our lives. The difference between growing up in an Indigenous household and a non-Indigenous household is definitely notable. Being separated from your traditions can be a complete change of lifestyle for these children, causing disassociation. There are a number of ways that we could strive for change in the future and allow for these Indigenous children to connect back with their culture and learn their true identity as a person. I have personally noticed that there has been changes that have allowed for visits based on culture due to personal family visits. However, I believe there has been, that we can do more, These are things such as informing kids about their traditions during those visits, or even creating small events within child safety to allow those children to attend and connect with their culture without feeling shame. I have confidence that if we made changes within these child agencies and implemented new policies to recognise and acknowledge the impact of cultural disconnect, we could create a future that grows into involving hundreds or even thousands more children in the future. As a proud Indigenous man who has personally experienced a loss of culture throughout my childhood, I firmly believe that cultural connections beyond family ties are extremely significant. Growing up without experience connection to your community, elders, as well as your land, can be damaging to our future elders' identities. Although you can gain a sense of culture back, the same way that I have done, it can still be detrimental and rejects any ability for the children in child protection agencies to be involved without even giving them a choice. To help rebuild these connections, we should be incorporating more Indigenous practices into our child welfare policies. Doing so would allow for Indigenous children to keep their identities and understand their culture to their greatest ability, whilst still living within a non-Indigenous household. This would also offer experience to our future Indigenous leaders and allow for them to develop new opportunities so that we can grow and preserve our culture as a community. In conclusion of this speech, I would like to restate the importance of reducing the loss of identity and preserving Indigenous culture within child welfare. It has become a very sensitive topic for the lives of many Indigenous Australians, although it shouldn't be. For this reason, I would like to use my voice and personal stories to help make a difference and hopefully make a change in many people's lives in the course of time. I know that collectively we can work together towards reducing the statistics and prioritise creating cultural connections throughout Australia. Thank you for listening.